Hi, today we have Dr. Jas Gaurav Singh, who has completed his PhD and MBA, and he's a program director of Clark University for the IT program. Today we are going to discuss about the programs in Clark University for the IT. Now they have come up with a program related to artificial intelligence, which is going at a recent trend. Job market is currently available right now in the market, and it is a future technology which has come, and there is a lot of demand for AI programmers. The job market is like crazy. They are not able to find a lot of people related to AI. So now we are going to discuss about the programs and how the market in US. So what do you think will be the next big breakthrough in IT?
So first of all, thank you, Arun, for having me. I've talked about this a lot. The main skill that students should focus on is innovation. Okay, that's the fundamental skill, right? So what do I mean by that? So if you can apply critical thinking, right, and programming concepts to any technology, you will be successful, right? So every year, every month, there's new technology coming, right? So there is no feasible way to always keep up to speed, like today's technology A, technology B, technology C. The best approach is applying critical thinking to understand how technology works, and then it doesn't matter what tech comes, right? Then you're able to grasp those very quickly, right? So I encourage, and that's how our program is structured. We don't actually focus on technology A, technology B, technology C. We focus on understanding how technology works, whatever the latest tools are. We are right now in MSIT, we are partnering with IBM Watson, right? Okay. So IBM Watson is leading AI tool, right? For the AI concentration. We are partnering with a company called Mendix for product development, where students are able to build new apps, build new solutions, and we have a host of partners in the healthcare technology in healthcare also, right? So the key aspect is to understand how all of these technologies are architected, and then you can use it to solve problems, and then it doesn't matter. Then you can always understand what the new tech is.
Right. So when a student has a logical thinking, they can adapt to
100%.
any.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Do you think that, say now the current is artificial intelligence that is ruling the market right now? Is it apart from artificial intelligence, is there something is going to come up in the future?
I think there will be versions of AI, right? So right now, like we have generative AI, right? There's a lot of work on automation, right? And that's happening. There are new tools that are coming on visualization, right? So you're building scenarios where you're visually into different scenarios, right?
So now the students who are going to join the universities, there are different courses: data science, data analytics, computer science.
Right.
So as per the current market trends, in which area they have to concentrate more?
So a very good question. It depends on the student, right? The good thing about the American job market is there are in STEM fields, right? There are opportunities in all, right? In data, CS, IT, right? The students really need to understand what they're passionate about and where they can excel. So I always encourage students not to chase, similar with the first question. Don't chase what the latest trend is. Understand yourself, understand your skills, right? Do you like to program? Do you like to architect? Do you like to analyze data? Do you like to implement tech, right? Do you like to monetize technology, right? So think of what students are good at, and then if you pick through that lens, you'll always be successful, because it's inherently that's something you're interested in, right? So
right. Currently, I was talking to one of the IT employee people.
Yeah.
So previously they were working on mainframe and COBOL and all these things.
Right.
Now all the technologies has changed, and now to support a COBOL or a mainframe, they are not getting a people for it right now.
Right.
So they are recruiting now, training the people, a set of people on this area, and getting an offer letter. And there is currently, to an extent, there is a huge market for those area as well. How does your course on generative AI in the IT field differentiate itself from others, and what unique learning opportunity does it offer?
Yeah, so like you said, I've had 15 plus years in the industry, right? So the main aspect that we are trying to build in the program is if students can be successful in the real world. Okay, so what we are specifically on generative AI, right? So the traditional way of doing things is to build a course, right, and then like deliver it over different semesters, right?
Right.
In technology, that model doesn't work anymore, right? Because by the time you build the course, you teach it once or two semesters, the course is already old, right?
Right.
So we are fundamentally changing how we are constructing our curriculum, okay? Which is very different than a lot of universities, right? So because we are partnering with the industry, right, those tools are already being updated. So think of IBM Watson, right? So IBM Watson is constantly updating, their models, right, their governance like modules, right, their applications in the tool. So students will always be exposed to the latest technology because I'm going to ask them to build their models in Watson, right? So that is a huge differentiation, right, between what we have and what other schools have. And then another major difference is I've hired hundreds of folks in technology, right? The technology sector needs folks who can innovate and apply tech and very quickly, right? And those are the jobs, even in the tech sector, that get paid the most, right? So that's the fundamental like DNA of the program, right? So every student who graduates will have a technology product to show, right? So if you take up generative AI, they'll be able to talk, we iterated on this model and applied to this business problem and improved productivity, efficiency, right, quality by XYZ%. Very different conversation than I took a course, right? Right. So that's the major difference for them.
How do you see the future of generative AI shaping the IT industry?
Generative AI, and my research is in that, is a huge breakthrough. Like generative AI is already impacting the IT industry, right? So you can use generative AI for a lot of components of SDLC currently, already, So, and in the future, it's only going to get more prevalent, right?
What skill and the knowledge are essential for someone wanting to pursue a career in generative AI in IT?
So the main skill is constant learning and curiosity. Okay, there is no way for anyone to succeed in generative AI, but in technology overall, if you're not constantly understanding what latest tech is, right? Especially in generative AI, right? And when I say curiosity and critical thinking, it means actually understanding the latest models, right? So in generative AI, how does it work, right? We start with a large language model, right? So not only students have to understand different kinds of models, then need to understand how to apply them, where to apply them, when to apply them, right? So it's actually not about the more technical skill, right? It's the overall thinking that the students need to work on.
When I was into IT industry, they always ask when there is a programming is done or the particular project have to be done,
right,
whether we can accomplish this particular logic in this particular things or not. So we need to know that whether we can improve.
Right, exactly.
So this IT program and AI and all these things, is it only specific for the students who are from an engineering background or even the healthcare those who have done the healthcare in either in nursing or biotechnology or biomedical engineering, will they be eligible to take up this course?
So we have created a course called Introduction to IT, right? So any student across any field who has interest in STEM, right, has a background in STEM related fields, right? So it can be math, exposure to math, statistics, right? It doesn't even have to be IT, right? And they have done something that shows their interest, right? So maybe they're a pharmacy student, but during pharmacy, right, they were really interested in understanding the life cycle on how a drug is produced or how fast testing is done, right? And they want to like explore that, right? And they did a project on that. And then we want students from across the fields. Our first course is called Introduction to IT. And in that, we will bring everyone up to the same level to say, okay, here's how the IT field works. Okay, here are the different tranches. We'll give an introduction on the 3 concentrations we have, right? So the student will know, okay, if I understand total IT, which one of the 3 I want to go to, right? Okay. And then healthcare, let me talk about healthcare a little bit. Healthcare is one of the biggest sectors in the country, right? And technology in healthcare, there's a huge gap in supply right now of talent, right? So we are looking for students who have a pharmacy background, right? Who have a biomedical background and who want to go work in the hospitals there, right? And have a technology lens to it, right? So hospitals, insurance companies and providers are looking for folks who understand both healthcare and both technology. And there are not a lot of them out there, right? And our program is creating that supply.
I mean, as you said, there is a lot of demand in the healthcare industry related to the technologies. Is it health informatics is completely different from the course what you're...
So informatics is just one part. Healthcare technology is, informatics is the data element of information being exchanged in healthcare. We also have that, that's one of our courses, right? But you need to understand how to architect all the applications that a hospital uses. You have to understand all the like the customer experience that needs to happen and how the applications support that. Virtual healthcare right now, which I'm sure is prevalent here also, right? You're talking to doctors and they're using all the tools.
Right.
Who's going to design that? Right. There's tremendous amount of opportunity. Informatics is also there, but it's one sliver of the entire opportunity.